So let's add a bit of background music and some ambient noise to our scene. So this is a fairly easily done thing, and later we're going to control this by Playmaker, our visual coding. But for now, we're just going to set up a general sound and ambient sound in our scene. So to do this, we're going to need another empty game object. So create an empty game object, and I'll just call this one background music. And you can call this whatever you want. And we're going to need something to hold the background music on this empty game object. And so we're going to use a component. Now, we've seen components on other game objects without necessarily realizing it, such as a light is a component, a transform is a component, the camera is a component, and any kind of scripts, or most scripts can be components. So we'll see as we go along what are components. So we're going to go add component, and then we're going to go sound, or we'll use source, audio source. So this is going to play our sound, and we're going to choose which audio clip we want to use. If we click this little circle, it will give us a list of all the different audio clips, and as I can see, I haven't yet imported my music. So I'm going to choose Window, Asset Store, now the audio clip source, all audio basically has two parts. One is the out source, and then one is the in source. So the audio source is the out for it to play something. Then we need our so-called virtual ears. We need an audio listener in the scene. Now, audio listeners can be either 2D or 3D. A 2D audio source plays everywhere in the scene, no matter where you are, such as usually background music. Now, if we're talking about 3D audio is the sound is dependent where you are. So if you're standing right next to a boss and he's like screaming at you, you're going to hear it loud and clear. But if you're really far away from that boss, you're not going to be able to hear very well because you're too far away. So let's see here. I've got some of the music, and hopefully you've already imported this as well. So I'm going to import this cave ambiance. I don't know what this sounds like yet, so we'll try it out. And then we have this Combat Collection Starter Edition. So I haven't completely decided on the sound yet for my own course, but or my own game here, but by the time you're doing this course, I may have changed my mind actually, so we'll see what's on your list. Of course, you can use whatever music you want. There's no reason that you need to use mine, and there really is no reason that you need to use music from the Unity Asset Store. There are so many free websites, or there are lots of royalty-free websites where you can pay, $10 or $15 to get the right to use the music in your game. You can go ahead and hire someone or compose your own, whatever it may be. A lot of people make all their own sound effects just using a microphone and using things around the house or the yard, which is also actually turns out to be very high quality sometimes. Okay, so back to my background music and choose my source here. Let's just use this I don't know, this close combat sound here, or maybe the main theme. How about that? So the main theme is going to play on awake, and we're going to set it to loop. We want it to loop through. So when we play this scene, it's going to start playing the music right away. And I'm not sure how well this is going to come through on the course, but it is playing the music, and it's starting nice and quiet and working its way up. We can manually adjust the volume here. So we can turn it way down or turn it up. So I'm just going to set the volume to be, say, I don't know, say 6. Now let's add some ambient noise. We'll create another empty game object. Call this one ambient noise. We're going to add another audio source. And let's see what we've got. So these sort of look like music more than anything. So let's just try Cave FX or Cave Loop. Let's see what this sounds like. So that's a little too music-y for me. Let's try this Cave FX one. So that works. So let's try this one. We're going to loop this as well and play this. So maybe this Cave FX is a little too high. We have it lower. So you can see that we can mix together ambient noise as well as background music together. You know, the ambient noise could be construction or city sounds. We're going to get into some more different kinds of ambient noises as we get farther into the game. So as we keep developing, I'm just going to turn off the background noises and sounds just for now so that it's easier for us to develop.